welcome back to the channel. Now, a number of you guys have been asking, can I do a review on the Maverick Microbe short course truck? So here it is. Now, if you're already familiar with the Maverick Microbe Buggy, then a lot of this will be very similar. It's a two-wheel drive truck and it comes ready to run. All you will need is 4 AAA batteries for the transmitter. Now these come in 2 different versions, the Maverick Microbe Short Course, which is the brushed version, and the Maverick Microbe Short Course Flux, which comes already installed with an 8000 kV brushless motor. Now inside the box you obviously get your truck. I went for the yellow version and I have to say this colour really does pop. Now inside the box we also get the transmitter, and as I've said you will need to provide 4 AAA batteries for that. Along with that you get your manuals, charger and wheel wrench, and then these optional gears which will allow us to gear the truck up so we can get even more speed. Now the Maverick Microbe Short Course has a 15mm longer wheelbase compared to the Maverick Microbe Buggy. However, it does feel quite significantly larger with that full-size body compared to other 1/24 scale buggies. Now to demonstrate this size difference, here we have the Hobby Plus Spec B. And there you go, you can see that difference in the wheelbase. When you put the two on top though, really not that much in it. Just that full body giving that appearance of a lot larger truck. Comparing the short course to the Lossy Micro T, you can see there really is quite a significant amount of difference. Putting one on top of the other, they do almost feel like they are 2 totally different scales. Now let's take a little closer look at the truck itself. To remove the body, we have 2 body clips at the rear which just need to pop out. And all we need to do is just lift the back of the body up, slide it forwards, and then that releases the front clip. Now as I said, if you are familiar with the Maverick Microbe Buggy or indeed the Hobby Plus Spec B, then a lot of this will be very familiar as they all share the same platform. Now if I bring in the Hobby Plus Spec B as a comparison, you will see a lot of those similarities. Now down the back here you can see our 8000 kV brushless motor, and up front our brushless ESC. Now this is actually a Hobbywing Mini 28, and although it is only running a sensorless setup, I can assure you it packs a huge amount of punch. Now to gain access to the battery we have 2 small tabs either side of the receiver here. Those just swing forwards and then we can lift the receiver up and remove the battery. Once that battery is removed you can see we have quite a generous battery area, and I have no doubt you'll be able to fit a larger LiPo in there if you wish to have extended runtime. And as per the buggies it runs the same 350mAh 2S LiPo. Now, as I said, this is a Hobbywing ESC, so there are a number of settings that we can change on there to adjust the performance. That can all be done via one of these, which is their LED program card. Now, if you want to make any changes to the programs on the ESC, it's pretty simple. All you need to do is to remove the plug from the receiver that is going to your ESC, plug that into the back of the program card, and then power it up. Now once we're plugged in you can see that we have got 2 numbers on the screens here. I've got my item and my value, and we can scroll through and change those as we wish. Now those numbers relate to this little table here. Now I couldn't find this in the Microbe manual, so this is from the Spec B, but it is exactly the same. Now there are a couple of things on here that you probably won't want to change. The running mode I would leave as it is, as well as the low voltage cutoff. However, all the other things it is well worth having a little play around with. Now moving on to the suspension and the shock absorbers, the truck comes pre-fitted with these oil-filled coilover shocks, and they seem to work very well indeed and offers plenty of damping. Now for those that want to know the real details, all 4 shocks on the Maverick Microbe Short Course are exactly the same length as the rear shocks on the Maverick Microbe Buggy. Now with the truck powered up and those fairly large wheels and tyres, the servo still offers plenty of speed and power. Okay, now let's take a little look at the speed. There you go, that is on the stock gearing. And well, it doesn't sound too bad at all. Now taking a quick look at the transmitter, we've got all our normal functions, our steering and throttle reverses, steering and throttle dual rates, and our steering and throttle trims. In the middle here we do have a number of dip switches. Now those only apply to the brushed version, and they allow you to change a couple of settings on the ESC. However, with the brushless version, that is obviously all done via the program card. Okay, so with all that said, let's go build a little track next door and see what it's like. Now that was a lot more fun than even I was expecting. Those larger wheels and longer shocks make for some super soft landings, and that brushless motor packs a serious amount of punch. But now let's head to the big track where we've got a little more space and a few other trucks waiting to run, and then head outside for a bit of a bash. But before we do that, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really does mean a lot.
Swagger down the street with your red lips and funky beat. You better hold your head up to the sky. I'm gonna roll with you till the day I die. Hey, swing those hips around. Can't stop, roll back down. My ladies, short, tall, thin or wide, always down and ready to ride.
Well, my son and myself have been driving the truck for nearly 2 weeks now on all sorts of surfaces, but what do we think of it? Well, I have to say we both really do love it, and there really isn't a huge amount that we can fault. Now yes, the truck does drive very differently to the buggy, and if you take a sharp corner on the carpet, you're probably going to grip roll. However, there are definitely a few things that we could do to try and improve that. Firstly, we could look at the front tyres and try and reduce the amount of grip we've got. Secondly, we could look at lowering the truck and reducing its centre of gravity. And thirdly, we could look at potentially fitting a sway bar to the front and rear. Now I have to say we've given this truck a pretty rough time, but those bumpers really have done their job, and I'm happy to say that we've not had a single breakage. Now one thing that I would mention is that when we were out on the dirt, even though that transmission looks fairly sealed, it didn't take long before a few grains of sand got in there and things started to get a little crunchy. So there you go, a super fun truck that certainly drives like nothing else out there at the moment and guaranteed to put a smile on your face. However, there is another option on the way, so stay tuned for that. Now these videos take a huge amount of time, money and effort to make. As a matter of fact, it's 2 AM right now, so if you've enjoyed this video, please consider hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel. It really does mean a huge amount and it helps continue this channel to grow. But otherwise, have fun driving out wherever you are. I will see you in the next one.